What's going on, everybody? Team the Gaming here. Today we are going to be doing an analysis of Sephiroth. I'm Kaz.
I'm Jeremy.
This character came out technically -4 days ago. He was supposed to come out on the 22nd, but if you beat the boss battle, which it's very easy,
It's super easy.
you can play him right now. Get it today. Free.
Which the majority of people, probably all people already did.
It's not free, by the way.
So, yeah, you have to buy Fighter Pass 2 or you have to buy Sephiroth separately. But yeah, most of the community has Sephiroth now, so we're blessed with this new character.
Yup, and let's get into the review. We're going to talk about how good he is and
His potential in the future, what he has to offer currently, and what we've seen so far. Crazy Twitter clips.
Alright, and start. So, for starters, to go over what Sephiroth is pretty good at, what he's pretty bad at. This character has a decent speed, decent kill power. He's pretty tall and light, which is actually sort of good, depending on how you look at it. He'll die earlier, but he'll get out of combos faster. And he is kind of on the bigger side. But so is his sword, and his sword is going to cover a massive range. You're going to be hitting people from mid-stage, hitting them off-stage, hitting them from like 5 blocks away. It's huge. And in terms of his projectiles, they're pretty good. They're decent projectiles with their own gimmicks. We'll get into those in a little bit. And yeah, he's pretty decent in terms of stats.
Now I'm going to get started with the nitty-gritty stuff, all the frame data, all of his moves, which you've seen if you played the character, obviously, but I'll go through this fairly quickly. To start off, you have the special feature, which is the winged form. When you have winged form, there's an increase in speed and strength. You get an extra jump. Great. And all smash attacks have super armor. And you get winged form when you're at a stock disadvantage or a percent disadvantage. So if you have a higher percent than your opponent, or if you have less stocks than your opponent, and you can lose winged form if you lose a stock or if you KO an opponent. And another feature he has is his sword sweet spots, and this is categorized in 2 ways. There are slash attacks and stab attacks. And with slash attacks, Sakurai made a beautiful example here with the Kirby's. It is just above the middle of the blade, so you can see here Kirby in the middle is around 12%, and the other Kirby's are less percent. And the stab attacks, it is your usual tipper. It is the tip of the blade, that's the sweet spot. And if you hit the tip of the blade, it'll do more damage. Now we're going to be getting into all of his moves and their frame data. First you have Jab, which is his fastest move. It's 6 frames, and it's a 3-hit attack. It's a good get-off-me tool. Next is his dash attack. Kind of slow for a dash attack. You dash forward, and there's some purple magic that happens. It has surprisingly good launch power. It's pretty powerful, but it lasts pretty long. It has some pretty bad lag to it. It's 15 frames. My bad, 14 frames. For his tilts, we're going to start with forward tilt. It's 15 frames. Has a very long reach, and you can aim it up and down.
One thing with this move, the range is so good, you can actually hit people off stage with it. That is very common use for this move. You can also, if you're on a platform and you hit, say, a nair, you can do F-tilt, so it's pretty decent to follow up with after some moves and hit people off stage.
And this can also be a high percent kill option. It has surprisingly good launch power as well as dash attack. Now with his up tilt, very laggy and hard to hit, but it has a very long upwards reach. It lasts long. It also has a side hitbox in the front.
Yeah, this move has incredible range. It can poke people on the top platform, which is very good. And yeah, it can kill people. It can pick people up from in front of Sephiroth.
Right.
There's 2 hitboxes. It will pop them up, and then he'll strike into them, and he will kill them around, like, what, 90?
And this decent. Also has the tipper sweet spot. It's a stab move. And we're going to see this in his other moves like aerials and whatnot. But to finish up the tilts, you have his down tilt, the fastest of his tilt, which is 9 frames, and it is a slide. It's possible to dodge attacks and punish, but you're not going to be doing this too much. It's not a very good combo tool, and it's vulnerable to being neutralized, which can be stopped mid-move. Now his aerials, you have neutral air, crazy, 9 frames, has an average range, but it's very, very good for combos and strings.
Yeah, you can do wolf combos with it, like landing nair, nair, forward air, backwards nair, nair, back air. It's very good for extensions. The hitbox is kind of like a circle around him, it's what you see.
And we're going to be showcasing some of this. We're just in training mode, messing around. You'll see some of our examples. But now we have forward air, 16 frames. It's a stab move, so it has the tip sweet spot, has very good range, and can be used for strings. And there's also something unique. You can attach to walls if you hit the edge of the stage or the wall, but you can't do this too low. We discovered this yesterday. If you do it too low below the stage, it actually won't grab. But you can use this to stall at the ledge. So you could attach to the wall, you can stall and then fall up, and you can react to whatever your opponent's doing.
Yeah, you can attack at them with side Bs and go back to planking, go up, try and fair them, or go back to ledge. His ledge game is very strong.
Next you have back air, 19 frames, has also insane range of kill power, also has low lag, so this is one of his main combo tools, also a good kill option. Getting to the last ones here, his up air, 20 frames. I'm not going to be using this too much. It's a circle slice upwards, huge, but it also has huge lag, but it's a good anti-air. That's basically all you're going to be using it for. Maybe a mix-up. And lastly, his down air, 22 frames, but it hits below platforms, and it is a suicide spike.
One thing with this move is that if you do go off stage and try and spike somebody, if you have the one wing, which we explained earlier, you can actually triple jump and make it back. So if you have one wing, you can make it back. If you do not, you cannot. So yeah, you have to be really careful. And this hits below platforms, below stage, very far, very deep. The sweet spot, I'm pretty sure, is the sword. And Sephiroth, I'm pretty sure, is hitbox, but it's not strong at all, so.
Now we're going to be getting to the smash attacks, starting with his forward smash, 24 frames. It swipes very far forward, kills very early. For his up smash, 23 frames, it's a half circle motion upwards, has big range, but also big lag. You won't be using it too much. And lastly, his down smash, 21 frames. The shield damage on this is insane. We're going to be showing you this here in our showcase. Very high shield damage, and it can 2-frame and hit below stage. Now for his special moves, you have neutral special. There are three versions. There's Flare, Mega Flare, and Giga Flare, with Mega Flare being the fastest and Giga Flare being the slowest. The longer the charge, the bigger and stronger the projectile. So a light charge will be Flare. You don't charge it at all, it will be Flare. You charge it a little bit, it will be Mega Flare, and then you hold it in, it will be Giga Flare, which is huge. And for these projectiles, you can run behind it and follow up after it, and then this makes it very good in neutral.
Yeah, and the stronger the move, the less range it has.
Right.
And depending on the range, sometimes you won't be able to run and play off of it as much. Which Sephiroth does that a lot. He plays around his projectiles.
Next is side special, the Shadow Flare. It sticks to an opponent and then attacks after 5 seconds. This can be stacked up to 5, and you can charge this move to fire 3 at once. This is very good for combo and kill setups, and it's a very good move for pressure. You could also use it for following ups, like kill options and combos.
Yeah, this move is very strong. If you hit someone with this, they're going to have to come up with a kind of plan to deal with it in 5 seconds. So hitting it is kind of almost like winning neutral in a sense. Sometimes they'll shield it, and then you can down smash and break their shields. Sometimes they'll just get hit by it raw, and then it's your turn. It's very good for just stealing turns away.
We're going to speed it up a little here. His up special is Blade Dash and Octoslash. There's 2 versions. One version is you don't charge it, and you go just straight up, and then you can charge it, and it's actually a multi-hit move. It's a pretty good distance recovery, and you can angle it in any direction. and this can be used for kill setups off stage.
One thing I do want to mention about this move is that if you do the charged version of up special towards a platform or the ground, he'll do it and then he'll land and then he'll continue the up special like it's a grounded up special, which is very good for that move.
And lastly, you have down special, Scintilla. It's your basic counter, but it comes out even if it's not hit. And this blocks projectiles, and it can break when hit with strong moves. And now, his grab, it's a 7-frame grab. The range isn't that good. For his throws, you have forward throw, it sends him forward at a low angle.
You can follow this up with tech chases, side B after it to try and cover multiple tech chase options. The low angle is very good for like sending characters with bad recovery into a bad state.
For back throw, probably his best combo throw. Mainly true with
Back air.
back air, yeah. Back throw, back air, true. And doesn't really kill. I've seen this with a lot of his throws. Doesn't really have a lot of kill throws, but that doesn't really matter too much. For his up throw, it's a very good combo throw as well. Setups for up air and up tilt and neutral air.
Up throw does kill around 175. That's not really that important, but you can catch people with this, so.
And for down throw, it's an average combo throw as well. Yeah, your average combo throw. And now we will get into analyzing his potential, how good he is right now, how good he will be in the future.
Okay, so getting into Sephiroth's strengths, one of his strengths is his disadvantage is pretty good. His nair, comes out in frame 9, which is pretty good for getting people off you. You're not going to be like mashing A in combos, but you can catch people with it occasionally. He also will get the Winged Angel, so he'll have an extra 2 jumps, which is kind of pretty strong. He can up B at people in disadvantage, which isn't like the best option, but it will catch people. So, and he is light, so he floats up higher away from people during disadvantage, which is very good. And yeah, that's good disadvantage. His range is pretty good as well. His range, his F smash will hit, even though it has lag. His moves are kind of laggy, but some of that doesn't really matter because of the range. Back air has like good range, not really that much lag. Same with fair. Nair, you can just string people in it, so that's pretty good. Up air has a lot of lag. The range is insane, so same with up smash. Up smash will kill people, so you're gonna want to use it to read people's movements and not much just spam it. So it's kind of good, kind of bad. His character's combo tools, like I mentioned, Nair. Nair sets up into fair and side B, and then side B sets up into stuff. And his character has a lot of setting up stuff, like using neutral B and side B to set up into Nair and fair, and then you can hit them with another side B or go off stage and up B. Very strong combo tools.
And he also has a wide variety of options at ledge and edge guarding. You have basically all of his special moves, which are amazing at ledge guarding. You have the counter. You can counter a lot of recoveries with that. You have the side special, which can explode while they're off stage and kill them. You have his down smash, which you can 2-frame with, and it hits below the stage as well.
Yeah, and getting into some of this character's weaknesses, since he is light, one of the things with that is you're gonna die earlier. His light is Pikachu light, so he's gonna die like when Pikachu would die, which isn't really that great, but it's not the worst thing that could be wrong with the character. And this character is a little finicky when you first pick him up. Some of his moves are like laggy, side B is a little weird to get used to, and the neutral B movement kind of feels weird. But you can get used to it and adjust, and when you do adjust with this character is very strong. And one more thing to mention about this character, he doesn't really have long-lasting hitboxes. Like if you think of like Link can just spam Nair for days and not get punched, but Sephiroth doesn't have that, but he has range to make up for it. So it's not the worst. Yeah, so getting into overall, how good is this character? We would place this character around high tier. We think the character has really good strengths, being his range, recovery. He's kind of light, he gets out of stuff, good disadvantage. And but he doesn't have really anything broken. Unless the side B stuff ends up being broken, it's already pretty good for what we're seeing at day 1.
Yeah, it's looking very good with setups and whatnot.
Shield breaking is really strong, and just MKLeo playing this character, he has a lot of viability, ways to play him, ways to just do things, range, combos, everything you need in a character he has, but he doesn't have anything like broken, like Pikachu loops, Joker Arsene. So,
though his disadvantage is pretty good with the one-winged angel. It's very, very good mechanic he has for comebacks.
So he might lose to rushdown characters a lot, because rushdown, they'll be able to close the gap. Someone like Fox will be able to juggle him even though he's light. Fox will be able to juggle him, frame trap him, combo him. Fox also has a reflector. Reflectors are going to be really strong against Sephiroth specifically, because if you side B a reflector, it will come back at you with even more balls than what you shot it. If you shot side B with 3, it will come back with 5. If you shoot like Mega Flare, Giga Flare, and somebody reflects that, that is going to hurt you and kill you at 0. So someone like Fox who has a reflector and is a rushdown character might end up killing this character really good.
And there aren't too many characters with absorbers, but characters with absorbers with like Mass, characters like that, they could absorb side B, which he's going to be using for setups. That's something small to note.
Yeah, and even more scary than this, like Game & Watch Bucket,
yeah,
or Villager Pocket.
Because as shown in the, what do you call it?
Sakurai
Showcase? The showcase, you can bucket it.
Which is scary.
Very scary.
Very scary. He will do really good against Mario and characters like Mario. Mario has trouble getting past swords because he's going to be sorting and creating this wall of hitboxes, and Mario's not going to be able to get in. Characters like Mario, so like Terry, who else struggles with getting in a bit? Maybe like Yoshi a little bit.
Yeah.
They struggle getting past swords, so any character that has trouble with swords and like decent projectile game is going to get hurt by this character.
And that's really all we have for today. This is day 1 character being released. You might be watching this video in a week, in a month, but we're recording this day 1 because we just couldn't wait. But maybe things have changed. Maybe we've seen a lot of setups with side B. Maybe I'm hoping for that in the future.
Maybe he's broken, maybe he's trash, who knows?
Who knows, but this is our day 1 competitive analysis. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe, share it with your Smash buddies, share it with your parents, share it.
Yeah, and be a Cloud, be a good person, don't be a Sephiroth, go do something nice, stay home, and be safe, and happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
GG.
Peace out.